Welcome back to PSL Living. I'm Sarah Prohaska, Public Information Officer with the city. McCarty Ranch is one of our great recreational jewels out in the western part of the city, and we are about to add some new campsites to McCarty Ranch, and I have Brad Keene, our Assistant Parks and Recreation Director, to tell us all about it. Thank you, Brad, for coming on. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
All right. So McCarty Ranch, first of all, for those who might not know where it is, let's let the world know where McCarty Ranch is.
McCarty Ranch Preserve is located on the extreme western edge of Port St. Lucie. It's actually west of Range Line Road.
Yes.
So it's about as far west as you can go and still be in the city.
Yeah, it's west of Tradition. So keep going past Traditions. It's west of PGA.
Yes.
Yes.
There's not right now there's not a whole lot of different ways to get there. The easiest way for anyone that lives in the city or anywhere else in the county for that matter is to hit Glades Cutoff Road, travel southwest until you come to Range Line Road.
Okay.
You'll take a left and head south on Range Line Road about 4 miles. You'll pass the fly-in community that's located out there, and then immediately take a right on the road that leads to McCarty Ranch Preserve.
Yeah, you'll see a sign for it.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. And McCarty Ranch opened about how many years ago?
If I remember correctly, about 4 years ago. It was purchased by the city utilities department to conserve the city's future water resources, and it's about 3,100 acres in total, and that's just the McCarty Ranch Preserve portion. The city and the utilities department since then has purchased additional acreage to the south, and that's part of the water farming project.
Yeah, the water quality, big project that's going on out there too.
Correct.
But until now, it's mostly been used for fishing, great fishing out there, boating, kayaking, horseback riding.
Correct.
But tell us what's coming and what's this new element we're going to add.
Well, in addition to those recreational amenities that you mentioned, including disc golf, there's an 18-hole disc golf course out there. There's some hiking trails, biking trails. Horses are allowed, and there's a trail that goes around the lakes.
Okay.
And as you said, the fishing is very good out there. We are soon to open a small primitive tent. A campground, including primitive tent camping, as well as 6 RV trailer sites.
Okay.
Now, I want to stress all of these sites, they are primitive in nature. The RV sites are dry, so that means that there's no utility hookups. There's no water, no sewer, and no electric. So you pretty much have to be self-sustaining when you go out there for a couple days.
Okay. And primitive, there are bathroom facilities.
There are bathroom facilities with showers that are in place today, and they'll be available for all campers. They're located closer to the primitive tent camping sites than the RV sites, assuming that the RV and the trailers have their own restroom facilities, and of course they'll have to use their blackwater holding tanks for that purpose.
Okay, but for the tent campers, there is no electricity hookup, so don't expect to bring your fans and all your other things that kind of make tent camping a little bearable for some people.
In Florida, really especially, that's correct.
It is going to be true primitive camping.
It's true primitive camping. It's very similar to what is commonly referred to as backcountry camping, where you have to hike your tent camp materials and supplies into the site. Now, it's not a long walk, but we do have a trail that services the 13 primitive tent campsites. Again, it's not a long walk, but you don't bring your cars to your campsite. You have to walk.
You have to bring your stuff in and
correct.
A lot of people who do that have a backpack that they can shove everything into.
Correct.
Yes. Okay. If people want to sign up or reserve a spot, how would they go about doing that?
They would come to the Port St. Lucie Community Center, located across from City Hall on El Rosa Boulevard. And our front desk guest services can assist them with that reservation.
Okay. Alrighty. And they'll give them a map and everything they need right then?
Right. We'll have some information, a brochure, literature to give them, the campground rules and regulations. We'll take their registration. We'll take their vehicle and license number for safety purposes. They'll get their car pass and their site permit, which they'll post on site. And we'll be ready to go.
Great. And how much? It's a pretty fun, affordable recreational option. How much does it cost?
Right now, we're looking at the RV and trailer sites being $23 a night plus tax.
Okay.
And the primitive tent camping sites are $20 plus tax.
Okay, great. All right.
So a very affordable recreational opportunity.
All right. And if people have questions and they don't about this at all, who can they call?
They can call the front desk and either ask for myself, or if it's just general information, the front desk staff can certainly be able to give that to them.
Okay. Do you know that number?
878-2277.
All right. Great. Brad, I just had another thought. How long are people allowed to camp out at these campsites?
Right now, we have the policy in place that it'll be 14 days for the primitive tent camping sites and 30 days for the RV and trailer sites.
Okay, 30 days. But remember, there isn't a hookup, so
that's correct. No utility hookup. So I don't know how long you'd want to camp in either location without utility hookups, or electricity.
But you have the option.
But you have the option. That's correct.
Okay, great. But there are some really some amenities out there. You have what will they find at these campsites? Every
campsite, both in the tent camping area and the RV sites, will have a fire ring with a foldable grill over the top of it. They'll have a lantern hook so they can hang their lantern for light outside their units or tents. And there will be a picnic table at every site. Okay, great. And then once again, how many tent sites are there? There are 13 total. 13 total, okay. So this is an exciting time, just in time for the fall when it gets a little more campable in Florida. We're not quite into Florida camping season yet, but it's ready. We're close, and as soon as the temperatures start to drop, I'm sure we'll see some activity out there. Yeah, I'm sure you'll see a lot when it starts getting nice and cool. Yes. Out. All right. Thank you, Brad, for coming in. I really appreciate it. Thank you for having me. And we will be right back after these messages.